Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy, OGT. Back in the office, back in the building, like I never even left. But this time, we're gonna go with a simple t-shirt and some PJs. So, do I really care at this point? No. But, you know, it can change. It can change in the future. You never know. I mean, you did see my fit in the last video, right? I know you saw the fit, right? You like the fit? I think you do, don't you? You know you do. Come on. But anyways, before I start this video off, I do want to give a big shout out to Lil Nova Bash. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and being a part of the OG family. All right, where we spread nothing but positivity and happiness on this channel. And like last video and like all the other videos before, I want to give a big shout out to all 49 now of my subscribers for staying with me, for watching my videos. Sorry about that in the background. That is a bus that just stopped right in front of my building. But anyways, let's get into the video. Now, we are going to be talking about, or at least discussing, everything that has gone down in the free agency in terms of the NBA so far, because it's been a bit crazy. All right, you've seen it in the news a lot, and you know, I just feel as though I want to discuss about it a little bit, because you know, there's just so many things that has happened recently, or at least lately. And, you know, I want to give my, you know, I just have so many thoughts and opinions on it that I just could not wait any longer. But yeah, anyways, so we're going to be going over a couple of key trades, some key signings, you know, going through a bunch of, you know, notable players that have made some moves or have stayed with their team. So let's just go down the list. So the first one we got is LeBron James. Obviously, he was the first major signing. He left the Cavs after being swept to the Warriors this past NBA season in the finals, and he decided to take his talents to the Los Angeles Lakers for a 4-year, I believe it was $154 million, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But yeah, my thoughts about it, especially with me being a LeBron fan, really, I'm happy for LeBron either way, because you know, he did what he needed to do in Cleveland. He got them a championship, and he really just did all he could, or at least has been doing all that he could for the past 8 years. Or I wouldn't say 8, I would say 6. Yeah, that's right, 6. So in terms of leading leading Cleveland to the NBA Finals, and you know, I just feel as though with him going to the Lakers that he could probably do some things. You know, he could probably do some great things out there in LA, especially since they also signed Lance Stevenson, as well as JaVale McGee, as well as Rajon Rondo, as well as Michael Beasley, which we will get into in a second. But you know, obviously what we're seeing here is LeBron is building a completely different team than what he's used to, and you know, trying out something different. We don't know exactly what they have in store for this upcoming season or not. I hope it's something good, you know, but who knows. But yeah, that's the first one. So LeBron going to the Lakers. Now, Paul George staying with the Thunder. That was a smart move, because honestly, Lakers wasn't really going to give anybody up for Paul George, at least any young players for that matter, and they still aren't. You know, they could have gotten Kawhi Leonard, they could have gotten Paul George, and instead they got LeBron, got Stevenson, got Rondo, got JaVale for cheap. except for LeBron, obviously. And y'all hearing this right now? And it's only Tuesday. That's the thing. It's only Tuesday. But anyways, Paul George staying with the Thunder, I believe for I can't remember how much. I think it was 134 million. I'm not sure, but it's up there. You know, it's up there. I think it's a 4-year deal too. So. Are you done? Are you done? Okay, good. They're done. And so, yeah, I mean, I hope that the Thunder can keep on competing, especially with it being Carmelo being gone now, which we will get to, which we will get through in this video. But I know I'm all over the place right now, but stick with me. All right, stay with me. So yeah, we got Paul George staying with the Thunder, smart move, and wow, this next one, it shocked a lot of people. It really did, cause you know. This player right here went from one of the most notable or noticeable, I wouldn't even say noticeable, I would say he was a player that people supported a lot when he got his injury in this past season. And you know, with him being gone, I believe as though the Pelicans could have advanced further in the playoffs. Maybe could have even, you know, competed with the Warriors even longer than just 5 games. But we're talking about none other than DeMarcus Boogie Cousins, or at least Boogie Snake Cousins in that case, because he decided to go to the Golden State Warriors. And sure, you know, that's a shocker. You know, we all didn't expect that, because you know we remember him as being the one who hated the Warriors guts, you know, whenever they came to town, and always got into fights with Kevin Durant. And so with all that happening, you would think that he would, you know, think twice about signing with the Warriors. But instead, he decided to go for the bare minimum of $5 million just for 1 year to the Warriors. Now, his reason why he joined the Warriors was because no other team was giving him a deal because of his injury, and they were worried that he wasn't getting any deals from any other teams, even the Pelicans, because of his injury and because of how risky it is, you know, to sign someone, especially a center, especially a big man who just, you know, got an injury or is just about to come out of an injury. So he decided to take his talents to Golden State, and that, I think, is kind of the start of the end of the NBA, or at least the fun, or at least how fun the NBA is to watch, because really we already know that the Golden State Warriors are probably going to go to the finals again, if not win it. And really it's just all said and done at this point. There really isn't any Eastern Conference team that can compete with the Warriors at this point, especially with how they basically kept everybody except for Zaza, and I think JaVale McGee. Yeah. So now they got their big man, and they got one that can shoot. So, you know, all we could say is, you know, it's over. Next NBA playoffs, next NBA finals, it's gonna be the Warriors again. But let's not mourn too much about that. So next we got here is Chris Paul going back to the Rockets. Now I believe it was a 4 or 5 year, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how much money it is. I know it's a lot. I know it's like 140-something million. But I think that was a good move. You know, honestly, Chris Paul, he's been in the NBA for a while and he hasn't won a championship yet. And he's on a team that can definitely contend for a championship, especially if you've seen how they were able to go 7 games against the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, but choked, and we all know how that went. So, yeah, I think that Chris Paul is going to come back for his revenge. He's definitely going to be back for revenge this next upcoming playoff. So, stay tuned for that. And then the last noticeable one is, or at least the big one, was Kawhi Leonard and DeMar DeRozan basically flip-flopping. So DeMar DeRozan got traded from the Raptors after a week after they told him that he wasn't going to get traded. They traded him to the Spurs for Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard. And we all know Kawhi Leonard's situation where he didn't want to stay in San Antonio. He wanted to go to the Lakers. The Spurs, they didn't want to trade Kawhi to the West because, you know, they didn't want the Lakers to be overpowered, and which I understand. But, you know, I just think the Raptors kind of, it was a shocker. You know, it was a real shocker. And, you know, I feel really bad for DeMar DeRozan because he has been with the Raptors for such a long time and has helped them get to the Eastern Conference Finals the last 4 years, basically, maybe even more than that. But, you know, it all started with Dwayne Casey, their head coach, the Raptors firing their head coach, and then now they traded their best player for a guy that's only going to be there for a year, maybe even less than that. You might even ask for a trade. But, you know, I think in the end, both teams kind of played themselves, because now, you know, the Spurs, y'all didn't want to trade Kawhi over to a Western Conference team, but then you traded him over to the Raptors. And if Kawhi wants to trade to the Lakers, then he can very well maybe do that. But even then, the Lakers might not want to give up the young players for Kawhi. So I don't know. That trade was just so confusing to me because it was totally unnecessary. You know, Kawhi Leonard, if he would have stayed with the Spurs, he could have gotten way more money than he did than he ever could have with signing even to the Lakers, let alone to the Raptors. So, yeah, man, I'm still taking that in because, you know, it's just gonna be weird. This whole NBA season is gonna be weird. This upcoming season, because just 2 years ago, if you saw, you know, there's been a lot of changes in the past 2 years in regards to where people are and, you know, where they got traded to, who's getting signed to where, and, you know, just counting down all the free agents that are left in the off season with Dwayne Wade, Clint Capella, all them guys, you know. Man, this season, I don't know if I even want to watch it at this point. Which, let's be honest, I probably will, but just not. I just won't be as enthusiastic about it, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Now, All-Star Game is a whole different story. All right, that's a whole other different story because, you know, it's an All-Star Game, it's All-Star Weekend. But in terms of the regular season, in terms of the playoffs, probably not going to be as enthusiastic about it unless I'm watching either the Lakers or the Timberwolves. So, anyways, that's about it. My thoughts on this offseason, you know, it's been a pretty crazy one. You know, it's had its ups and downs, it's had its shockers, it's had its okay, so we all know he was gonna go there, or we all knew he was gonna stay. So, I just wish good luck on everybody for this upcoming season, and let's see how it turns out. Who knows? Maybe somebody can actually compete with the Warriors and take them out in the playoffs. We'll see. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in every time I upload a video. And then also thumbs up for the not only audio but the camera quality, because it's a bit upgraded, I know. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Talk to y'all in the next one, and peace out. Spread happiness, spread love, spread all that. And I hope you guys have, guys and gals, hope you guys and gals have an awesome rest of your day. So catch you around.